inside Williams-Brice. A lot of burden on the 6'6 junior, the nephew of Danny Ainge. But the Vols' ground game ranked 10th in the conference, and LaMarcus Coker, their starting tailback, out with a knee sprain. So Arian Foster gets the start. He's the guy that had the crushing fumble into the end zone in the Gamecocks win in Knoxville last year. Jason Swain, he's a little bit gimpy, so Erik Ainge is down a weapon at wide receiver. Which Ainge are we going to see? The one who's been very sharp and solid most of the time, vastly improved under David Cutcliffe, or the guy with no touchdowns and 5 picks against Florida and Alabama? He had to collect himself after an ugly regression, 3 picks in the first half, but then went 17 of 25 last week in the second half.
Ainge sets up, looks, got all day long, fires. That pass is going to be intercepted by Alabama down at the 4-yard line.
It was the first time this season where we didn't come out clicking on offense.
One of the first throws he made in the game, I didn't like what I saw.
I mean, it was a damn joke.
Ainge to throw, slings it out. That pass is intercepted by Castile.
We made a play against Alabama that nobody else would even notice unless you're a football coach or a football player.
Down the right sideline, he's to the 30.
Honestly, didn't think I was going to catch it.
To the 20, to the 10.
And I put my head down and sprinted towards the pylon, so I had a pretty good angle.
Ainge saves the touchdown.
I didn't think I was going to get him, but we got it done.
Steps up, looks, fires the ball long down the sideline. That pass is going to be intercepted at the 10-yard line.
I don't like the deer in the headlights look. You know, he was angry, and he might have been a little angry at me. That's okay. That's good.
We always say Fido, forget it and drive on. You got to be able to throw an interception and then come right back out after the kickoff return and go out there and drive the football team down and score.
Touchdown Tennessee, and the Volunteers take the lead finally against Alabama.
It was pretty at times, pretty ugly at times, but we got to win, and that's really all that matters.
That was the most happy I'd seen him after a game. But he wanted to check my blood pressure to see how I was. But he was happy, and that was good to see.
Numbers vastly improved from last year when they were pretty ugly. The completion percentage way up. But the key thing there, look at the passes of 40 or more yards. Only one all of last year, 10 already this season. You know, because he knows he got away with one last week and was euphoric. He wants a big effort tonight. With more on how Ainge has improved, we go to our demo field. Desmond Howard, joined by Todd Blackledge, will call the game tonight on ESPN with Mike Patrick and Holly Rowe. Desmond?
Well, Chris, we're here. I'm with the dapper one here, Desmond Howard. And, Tennessee is the top passing offense in the SEC. And Erik Ainge, the quarterback, Robert Meacham, the wide receiver, both having outstanding seasons with David Cutcliffe back in Knoxville as the offensive coordinator. And a couple things Cutcliffe has done. Number one, he's upped the tempo in practice. He makes them practice harder, every rep treated like a game rep, and he's a big stickler on ball location, where the quarterback throws the ball, where the receiver needs to be to catch the ball. So Desmond and I he's going to be Meacham, I'm going to be Ainge. We're going to show you a couple routes that Tennessee really likes to throw. The first one is an in route against zone defense. Now, against a zone, as a quarterback, I know 12 to 15 yards down the field, behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, there are some open windows in the defense. So as a quarterback, I'm going to get a pre-snap read. I'm going to know where those windows are. I'm going to take the snap, and I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to stare it down. I'm going to look that safety off, and then on timing, I'm going to turn and throw into that window for the wide receiver.
It's important for the receiver to get the ball when he can still run, because right now you're in the middle of the defense. That's like the teeth of the defense. I call it the kitchen. Now, everyone's converging on you at the same time, so you want to get the ball in a position where you can keep running so no one get that big hit on you, and you can get out the kitchen before it gets too high.
All right, now that's against zone. Now, here's a great route Tennessee loves against man-to-man. If they get pressed man-to-man, Robert Meacham, 6'3", they love to throw the fade route. Now, as a quarterback, here is my key for the fade route. I'm going to take a shorter drop this time, a 3-step drop. I want to hold the safety, and then I'm throwing to a landmark over the outside shoulder of the receiver. I don't want to throw it inside. I want to go up over the outside shoulder for Desmond.
And my job as a receiver is to get the cornerback on my inside hip, but leave enough room on the sideline so the quarterback can fade me away from that safety who's coming inside out on me for that big hit, and that's why they call it the fade route. Robert Meacham is good at that because he's 6'3". He's usually taller than most cornerbacks.
Bottom line is these two guys have developed great chemistry this season by the time they've spent on the field and in the film room. Great chemistry, great sense of timing, great feel for each other's skills. very much like the three of you guys over there.
Thank you, guys. Good stuff, fellas. The Gamecock defense disrupt all that. Georgia thought they had a pretty good defense. Statistically, they were until Tennessee went to between the hedges and carved them up.